Hello, everybody. Mike Molina here. Well, it has been an extremely eventful week. Lots of things going on that can impact the markets and interest rates and the housing market, etc. So let's just get right into it. Well, first up, three big things that are going on that you probably are all aware of. We have war in the Middle East with Israel and Iran, a hot war going on. We have the natural disaster of the hurricane on the East Coast, which is impacting just so many people, and it's a horrible situation. But that situation causes a gobbling up of resources and supplies, and rightfully so, that could have impact on the supply chain and inflation because of another thing going on, which you may or may not have heard of, which is the International Longshoremen's Association strike, which began a few days ago and threatens to potentially seriously impact the economy. They even said they want to cripple the economy if they don't get their way. So it's a little bit of a scary situation right now. The good news is that there was a lot of stocking up by suppliers across the country as they saw this event coming. Now, it's important to note that this union is a union that works on the East Coast. There is a separate union that works on the West Coast that is just fine and is going to be importing goods and bringing them into the country. But all the goods that were being imported on the East Coast now have to reroute to the West Coast. That's going to create delays, increase costs, et cetera, and so forth. If this strike continues for a protracted period of time, it does have the potential to seriously cripple the economy and send inflation skyrocketing once again. I don't think it's going to come to that. I think the government would intervene before it went on too long, but they have some pretty significant demands. They want a 77% pay increase over the next 5 years, and profit sharing, and the company and things like that. Some of their demands are reasonable, some are not, but I think their approach is poor, and they're not taking into account that their decision to go on strike at this time is going to hurt a lot of people that are suffering right now due to the hurricane. But regardless, objectively speaking, it does have the potential to seriously impact all of us economically. So we'll keep our eye on that. Next up, we have right about the time that the Federal Reserve lowered the Fed funds rate 0.5%, China announced that it was going to be stimulating its economy basically by doing the same thing we did, the United States did during the COVID years, which is just injecting a ton of cash, just printing money with no regard to the consequences, and injecting it into the economy to stimulate it. That was seen by the markets as potentially extremely inflationary. That is one reason why the Fed lowered the rates 50 basis points or 0.5%, and we saw like almost the next day rates go up. And that is still a concern. Now, there's no guarantee that that will actually happen, and some things are different now than they were in the COVID years. There's no lockdowns, that's for one thing. So it could not be as inflationary as some are worried about, but it does have the potential and is a factor, and it is affecting the markets. So we will have to keep our eye on that as well. The personal consumption expenditure report came out. This is the Federal Reserve's favorite measure of inflation. It was more or less flat. So it didn't help any. It didn't really hurt any either. The one thing that we note is that year over year, inflation was up slightly. So it says it doesn't take into account the lagging effect of shelter, which if they did, it would actually be down to like 2.3, which would have been a decrease. But that's how they read these things. So you'll see on the news where inflation went up year over year, which, by the way, that according to the way that generally it's read, that's true, but in fact it's not. Regardless, since this is how the report came out, it didn't help any, and rates more or less remain flat, when hopefully we're trying to get more positive inflation reports so that rates continue to come down. Now, existing home sales. Here, this is a mixed bag again. Month over month, sales were down. Year over year, sales were down. The median home price is $417,000. But we're going to talk about the median price in just a second and what that actually means. In inventory, the good news is that the average days on market for a home is 26 days nationally, that being a 4.2 month supply according to the NAR. Now, the new home sales, not a dissimilar story. Month over month, sales were down 4.7%, but year over year, up 9.8%. The median home price still around $421,000. There's a reason that the new home sales and the existing sales have a very similar median sales price, and we are going to talk about that here in just a second. They are reporting a month supply of 7.8. Now, why is that? Well, first, let me talk about the median sales price. So when you're talking about the median sales price and you hear it reported on the news, and, oh, the median sales price went down, that is often reported and interpreted as value, but that is not the case. If you have, 10 homes that sold, okay, and you line up all the sales prices from lowest to highest, whichever sales price falls in the middle, okay, is the median sales price. You could have, you know, 8 homes under 500,000 and 2 homes over 500,000. Okay. Whichever one is closest to the 500,000, that would be the median sales price. Okay. And that's how it's reported. That is the definition of the median sales price. So when you hear that the median sales price has gone down, that just means that more people are buying homes on the less expensive side. That doesn't mean that values are going down. And I'm going to show you that that's true in just a second. So it's very important when you're talking to your clients and your colleagues and other people that are interested in real estate, that you differentiate between value, okay, and median sales price, because all median sales price is aligning up with the values and picking the one in the middle. And as you can see from this chart here, these are homes below 500,000 and homes 500,000 and above. And this is for the period of time reported, July, August. Very, very few homes compared to the below 500,000, very few homes selling above 500,000 and more compared to the number of homes that are selling below 500,000. And that is why the median sales price has gone down. People are just simply buying more of the cheaper homes. In terms of new home sales and new construction and month supply, this is another miscommunication, I'll say, on the part of the media. So we have 467,000 total homes in new construction for inventory. In that inventory is counted permitted homes, homes that are started and under construction but not completed, and completed homes. Now, the sales pace, the monthly sales pace, is about 60,000 homes. When you divide 60,000 into the total inventory of homes, you get 7.8 months. When you're like, oh, well, that's a really slow market. That's going to be a buyer's market because homes are just sitting there. But that's not actually the case, because of the 467,000 homes that they are counting in inventory, only 105 of them are actually completed. In other words, they can only sell, homes, people that can close on homes that are completed. And when you divide the monthly sales pace into this figure, now all of a sudden the actual month supply is 1.7. So you're not going to get that analysis on the 6 o'clock evening news, but it is very important as real estate agents and other real estate professionals to understand how these reports are presented and how to actually look through some of the fog that's created just by the numbers they regurgitate. All right. Pending home sales, again, not an exciting report. Month over month, up slightly. Year over year, down slightly. But we haven't seen the full effect of the lowering of interest rates come through yet. As the months go on, we're going to see this number increase quite a bit. Okay, now we get to value. So the Case-Shiller Home Price Index is the gold standard for home valuation measurement in the industry. It takes into account all transactions. And as you can see, month over month, this is the July report. So month over month, there was an increase of 0.2%. But year over year, the increase was 5%, which I want to just take a victory lap and say to, some people, I told you so, because everybody was saying, oh, values are going to be flat, maybe even go down, but if they go up, they're not going to go up much. I said, no, they're going to go up at least 5%. And sure enough, that's exactly what we're on pace to show. Year over year, 5% increase. And I think this year is going to be even better. So keep that in mind. Keep this in your back pocket for your conversations with your prospects and clients and colleagues, because there's nothing that says that values are going to be coming down anytime soon. Remember, we have a national housing crisis. So here's the economic calendar. A lot of this is already come and gone for this week. The big thing is unemployment tomorrow. That could go either way. There's a lot of speculation. Honestly, nobody knows. And it's a little bit scary. So we're advising all of our clients that have not locked yet to lock, and you may want to do so as well. Included in the email that I sent you is a button that you can click to download the monthly market report by KCM. KCM is Keeping Current Matters. This is an excellent document. I provide it every month for you. Every month they do a new analysis. There are tons of slides and graphs and charts that everything is sourced. It's excellent information. It's highly accurate information. And you can use these slides in your marketing and conversations to help people understand the direction of the market. So I encourage you to download that and review it. It's a great read, and it's a simple read, and it's a quick read. And then lastly, we have the MBS Highway monthly housing index. This is August. This is September. The numbers are a little bit all over the place. You can see it's divided up by region and then nationally. I'll let you read these for yourself. So right now we are collecting data for September, and there's a button in the email that I sent you. If you receive this by email, now if you're watching on YouTube, what I want to say is that you can go into the comment section, or the notes section of the video, and you'll see links for all of these things. So if you're not on my regular email distribution list and you're just checking this out on YouTube, you can also go to the notes section, and you can see all the links for these things that you can download. So this is the email that you received if you received an email, and here's where the rates are posted. Right below the rates is the economic calendar. And remember, when I told you in my video last week that the best way to follow rates is to follow the 10-year Treasury, because mortgage rates follow the 10-year Treasury pretty much. So if you want to do that, you can just click this button right here. It's a hyperlink. It'll take you to the CNBC website where you can watch the trend of the 10-year Treasury. And I don't know why it's not showing up right now, probably because I'm doing a lot of video and trying to record, but usually it pops right up, I'm sure. If you can see it's there, but we just can't see the graph. Okay, well, that's how videos go. Anyway, you can click that and follow the Treasury anytime you want. These are 4 buttons that you can click. So this will always take you to the archives of slides I've used in the past. This will take you to the slides I use in this particular video or any video of any particular day. Here's where you can download the KCM housing report. So just click this and it will, boom, take you right there, and you can print and download the whole thing. It's a beautiful presentation. And then lastly is where you take the monthly housing survey. So I've already taken the survey. So it says you've already taken the survey, but it's 3 questions. It says, what region are you located in? How do you see the buyer activity in your market? How do you see prices? And that's it. It's 3 questions and you're done. It'll take you 10 seconds. So that is where you can get all of those fun tools. And that's it for today. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. A huge favor, if I could please ask, if you're watching this on YouTube, it would help so much if you would click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, if you have an account, you can subscribe. And most importantly, share it with a friend, get the word out. I'm trying to build my channel. So anything that you can do to help me in that regard is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. If you have any questions about anything I presented or anything else, please feel free to call me on my mobile anytime. I'm always happy to talk. Thank you so much and have a great day. Take care.